expecting some spice again on Saturday night?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a derby after all. Both teams will be fired up for the game, so yeah, I'm sure there'll be a bit of spice in the game.
Do you dislike the Phoenix?
I don't dislike them. I mean, I don't like them either.
You're sort of in the middle somewhere.
I'm in the middle, yeah.
What does it mean personally to you to play against them for Auckland FC?
It's always, as a player, you always want to play against your old club. Last season I didn't get to play too much against them. I came on once, so I've been waiting for this sort of game for a while now, and yeah, I'm buzzing.
Is there an extra edge for you because of that?
Yeah, I mean, everyone has their reasons for that extra motivation. Mine being, I played for them for quite a few years, so yeah, there's that extra bit of motivation playing against them. Yeah.
And how do you stay composed despite the occasion?
I think we just gotta, go back to just realizing it's another game. It's going to be a big occasion, but you've got to focus on the 90 minutes and not play to that occasion. Yeah.
And how are you feeling now? You know you might have a bit of an extended run in the team as a rookie out.
Yeah, I feel good. Every footballer wants to play. Unfortunately, it's come at Hiroki's expense for me, which I would never wish that upon him. But same again, that's football. So I'm really looking forward to my opportunity.
What's the message this week from Steve? Obviously, big shoes to fill, but how are you feeling?
Yeah, I think it's we've had a good start to the season. We want to continue that start. They've not been able to beat us yet, so they'll be wanting that first one against us, and we'll be wanting to continue the strong start to the season.
Got a little bit of a bond there with Lockie on the right there. Are you looking forward to playing with him?
Yeah, I'm very looking forward to playing with Lockie. He's a good mate of mine. So
Your old mate Giancarlo, he firmly believes what he said was the truth. What do you say to that?
Well, I don't think the record speaks for itself, doesn't it? I think last year we beat them all 3 games. We played really well in all 3.
He said you were lucky early on, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, lucky. We had home games, a lot of home games. It's similar this year, I think. We've had a lot of home games as well. So obviously trying to pick up as many points as possible early on. Yeah, we're looking forward to going down there. It's going to be another massive season with the derbies. 2 down there this season, and hopefully their supporters will get right behind them, because we want big crowds. We want to play in front of good crowds, especially for the derbies. There's something special. And we're looking forward to the challenge. They've started well this season. They've had 1 win and 2 draws, so they're unbeaten as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they go this week.
How sweet were those victories last year?
Oh, of course, the derbies are important for us. It's for the fans, our supporters, all of the people in Auckland, really, to have one over Wellington, or 3 now. So hopefully 4 on the weekend if we can keep producing what we did in last year's ones.
Do you expect? I remember, I think it was the first game. There was a bit of physical play. Quite physical play in the first one. Anyway, are you expecting that again?
You would expect that. It is a derby, so they'll be fired up. They lost 3 last year, so they're definitely going to have a go. They're at home in front of their home supporters. They're definitely going to be physical. They're going to play their style of football, and it's up to us to match that and to compete and to play our style as well and try and hurt them in areas that we think we can.
Steve, what have you made of their high line? Is that something you're going to try and exploit?
Yeah, he keeps talking about the high line, and obviously that's an area that we think we can get in behind them, but it won't be the only area. I think we can keep the ball, we can dominate hopefully with the ball and pick the right times to go in behind. But I'm just looking forward to another derby. It's exciting, especially the first one of the season is always going to be tight. So looking forward to that.
What's the prognosis of Hiroki?
He's probably going to be about 6 weeks, I think. So, lucky probably we've got the international week next week. I'd say 6 weeks from the injury.
That's really going to rule him out the next derby too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he'll be back probably after that derby. I'm not sure which game, Central Coast maybe or something like that.
So Callan's, I think you'd say probably done strong every time he's had to come in, whether it's off the bench or whether he's been out, and mentioned that again on Saturday. So this is a real chance for him to sort of show what he's got.
I think so, and I thought he was outstanding against Adelaide. Really, really good 1v1 defensively, very good. It does give him a good amount of games now to have a good hit out, and obviously to put his foot forward for the All Whites. It's I think there's a vacancy there in that role. So you never know. He's got to just keep doing well for us. Continue what he's doing. He's working hard for the team, defending really well, keeping clean sheets when he comes on as well, which is important. And go from there.
And will Nando be in the next side this week?
Yep, he will be.
But what can you say about what you're going to do at centre back? Do you stick with Jake or?
Of course,
TBD?
of course. Nando's got to work hard to get back to the side. The two centre backs are doing exceptionally well. So looking very strong defensively. A little bit sloppy with one of the goals, or the goal last week. But up until then, we've kept 2 clean sheets. So that's really important for us.
What approach are you expecting from the Phoenix? Do you think they'll be quite aggressive or they'll be cautious? What do you think?
I'd say aggressive. I think they're at home. They've got to, get on the front foot early, get the crowd behind them. So it's up to us to try and stop that. We want to get on the front foot early as well and quieten the crowd down. So it should be a good matchup like normal. I think first ones are always feeling each other out a little bit as well. But it's a derby, so I'm sure there's going to be that physicality as well in it.
Just on Hiroki, as you say, Callan's done really well, but how much of a blow is this for the overall team and the club?
Yeah, obviously, it's Hiroki, so he's one of the most experienced players for us. He's the captain, so obviously we're going to miss him, but like I said, Callan fills that role really well, and don't take anything away from what he brings to the team as well. Probably gives us a little bit more going forward, I think, than Hiroki, which obviously helps, with build-ups and in the final third as well. He likes to get into the box as well, Callan, and get balls into the box and, pop up with the odd goal every now and then.
Over 600 Auckland fans going down, tickets sold. What's your message for all the fans going down?
Love it. I think that's fantastic. Good support. Just do what they did last year for us. Get right behind the team and support us at away and home. But obviously going to Wellington, we need as much support we can get.
I think they're struggling to sell tickets, or for the home fans anyway. Does it surprise you a little bit? They've been a bit sluggish, maybe.
You would think they should be there supporting their team. Obviously, a derby, it's one of the bigger matches of the season that they look forward to. So hopefully they turn up. If it's a nice day like this, they turn up on the day.
I see they've hired a cherry picker, the Phoenix. Couldn't afford the Canadian drones, Steve.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Steve, just on Callan, he's not the biggest guy, but he seems to compete. Whenever
He's
got
physical,
movement,
yeah.
He's real strong. What do you make of just how much, dog he's got in him?
Yeah, I love that about Callan. Like you said, he's not the biggest, but he gets stuck in. He's good defensively. He's aggressive. Exactly what we want. But he works hard as well for the team, up and down. So we're going to need a lot of that in the next, obviously, six games or whatever. You never know if he continues the way he's going. He might keep Hiroki out.
Sam, off the mark, how happy are you for him?
Yes,
getting a goal last week?
Very happy. Obviously, it's a good goal as well. Obviously, that's what we brought him here for, and it was a wide free kick. Back post, headed in. So he's off and running, so hopefully we get a lot more goals from him. And we keep getting into the right areas for him. Balls, crosses into the box, into his feet. I think he's doing a really good job holding the ball up and laying it off for us. Even, we can play directly into his head and he lays it off. He always finds a player. So that helps with our build-up as well.
We spoke to Hiroki before the first derby last season. He essentially said that composure was quite important.
Yeah.
Do you miss that with him not being in there?
A little bit. He does, he has that composure of an experienced player. You don't want to get carried away with the atmosphere down there and being the first derby. We do need to have that. We need to try and control the game and, keep the ball. I think that's an area that we can still improve on, keeping the ball for longer periods of time and working them from side to side and creating opportunities to go forward.
Does the on-field leadership change when he's not
Obviously, Jake will become captain. I think we have enough experienced players now also to take more of a leadership role with Hiroki being out. You know, Hiroki's not a big talker anyway. He leads by example on the pitch. So, you know, Callan does that as well by coming in. So I think, you know, talking wise, I think we've got enough experienced players to do that.
And is there a motivation to keep that unbeaten record?
It is. Yeah, I think so. I think the more, you know, pressure we can put on them by winning games against them, you know, 3, if we can make that 4, you know, it builds more pressure on them, I think, to come back. So, and that's the great thing about derbies.
Do you get a bit of jip when you're down there? Get a bit of
Probably, I think.
needle?
Yeah, you know, last year I think Alex took the pressure away from that kind of stuff. So we got Ollie Sale this year, so maybe he might cop a little bit of stick as well. I'm not sure, but
Anything's possible with him,
yeah,
right?
anything's possible. So we'll see.
Do you, like Danny yourself, quite demonstrative. Jonathan as well.
Yeah.
Is it extra in a game like this? You know, if you score, if you win.
We're passionate, aren't
Yep.
we? You know, it's obviously derby's a very, very passionate game and a bit more pressure than normal. I think a normal game. You know, we want to win for our supporters and all of Auckland, but it is another game. As you know, it's another 3 points, and that's what we're going there to do, to pick up 3 points.
Just a thought on Jake. What have you thought of him?
Which Jake?
Brimmer. He looks pretty hungry.
Yes.
This year in the first 3 games.
Yep, he's doing really well. He's come back, changed man, and working extremely hard. I think he worked hard in the off season as well. Very motivated this season, playing really well, leading by example as well. He's doing the work that we expect from him in midfield, and you know he has the quality on the ball as well, which helps.
What's he doing well on the pitch that you've liked so far?
Well, he's getting on the ball, creating stuff for us, working hard for the team defensively. It's pretty much what we expect from everyone. But he's stepped up this year definitely and doing a great job.
And just on the All Whites, what did you think of Jesse Randall missing out?
Yeah, obviously, like I said it before, they've got a really strong team in attack as well. I think the only thing for Jesse is just needs to continue doing what he's doing. For me, he's probably, like I said in pre-season, probably our best player. And he started the season on fire as well. He's getting into the right areas. I think he can score more goals. And if he does that, I think they probably won't have any choice other than to pick him. So. That's his main focus is just doing well for us, and I think everything takes care of itself after that.
Just one last one, Steve. True, you guys had a good crack at Ben Wayne in the off season, trying to bring him in.
We did, we did try and bring him. Yep, couldn't manage it.
How's this English weather?
Yeah, much better. Made a point of saying I actually left 30-degree weather to come over here a couple of months ago, but this is much more like it.
Finally arrived.
Yeah, much better.
What's build-up been like this week? A little bit of extra edge?
Not as of yet. I think at the moment we're kind of doing the technical and tactical work behind the scenes, just scouting out the Phoenix as another team. But yeah, I'm sure that kind of once we get close to match day, we're travelling tomorrow, things will start to ramp up a bit and it will feel like a proper derby atmosphere.
Your first look at them the last few weeks, what have you made of the Phoenix?
Yeah, a much different team compared to last year, I think. They've obviously had a pretty strong start this year, but listen, I think that the main emphasis on us was this week. We've started strong ourselves, and if we can bring our game and perform the way that we can, there's every chance that we can go there and pick up a real positive performance. Given
the experience you've had in the past, you would have played in a few derbies here and there in the UK, and that what sort of games were they, and what were they like? What are your experiences of a derby?
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of two sides to derbies. There's that extra added atmosphere and the excitement that you get just because of the rivalry, but then you've got to kind of calm those nerves as well, and we're there to win a game of football, and the game of football isn't built on emotion or won on emotion. So as I said, we're doing the work behind the scenes to make sure that we're actually prepared for that game of football. But yeah, I think we're just going to go and enjoy it, and the work will be done behind the snes, and we can do our talking on the Saturday.
What are some of the games you've played in? The derbies you remember?
Yeah, Yorkshire derbies, a couple of London derbies down south, but they're always exciting games to play in. They're a bit different, a bit of added spice, a little bit of added venom. So we're all looking forward to it.
Yorkshire derbies would have included a bit of humour and
Yeah, plenty of Yorkshire derbies when I was at Barnsley, Huddersfield, Rotherham, all teams around there. So they're pretty cool to be involved in. Yeah.
Sam, good to get off the mark last week.
Yeah, I think so. I think that the main thing is kind of the performances and the wins that we're putting together, and I think we've built positively every week we've been really strong at the back. The boys at the back have been tremendous, keeping 2 clean sheets and only conceding 1 last week. But the positive side from our point of view is that we're looking more and more dangerous going forward. We've scored 2 last week, 1 the week before, and had chances to score more. So I'm sure that at some point it'll click really well and we'll blow a team away at some point.
How have you got to grips with the amount of running that's being asked of you here, both in training and in games?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, listen, the guys work extremely hard here. I've touched on it before, and it's something that I've had to really build on myself. But I'm feeling fitter, feeling stronger. Just kind of need to get past that 60-70 minute mark consistently on the weekend, and I'll be in a good place to go well.
What have you made of the A-League so far? Obviously playing in a lot of leagues around the world and then coming to that area now. How do you feel?
Really impressed. I mean, it's not too dissimilar to back home. I think, as I touched on, the physicality side of it in terms of the running is something that's very different. The games are incredibly intense here, especially in those opening 15-20 minutes. But there's some really, really good players that I've come across. There's a lot of teams that want to play good football, but they work hard off the ball as well. So it's a different style, but football's the same all over the world. So listen, we're in a good position at the moment, so hopefully we can keep on building on that.
I asked Lockie last week and asked him about the link up between you and the forward players. Do you feel like you're getting there now after a couple of games?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got boys like Guillermo and Jesse that were here last year, but we still need to build those partnerships with each other, myself, Lockie and you. So yeah, the more time that we can spend with each other out on the pitch, it's a bit of trial and error work and it's a lot of work behind the scenes, but the coaching staff ourselves are working hard on the training pitch to get those connections going, and as I said before, it'll click eventually, but we're excited to get it going.
How have you felt about your first 3 A-League games?
Yeah, tough. I mean, they are tough physically. I think that's something that I've had to get used to. Kind of the way the manager wants me to play, it's that focal point up at the top end of the pitch, so I'm not going to be getting on the ball and getting 30-40 plus touches a game. I'm kind of there to occupy the centre halves and be that guy at the end that puts the ball in the back of the net. But yeah, there's a lot of running involved. The manager demands a lot of us defensively in our defensive structure, so we get through a hell of a lot of work on that side of things. But I've been happy with the way I've started. I think that the victory game, first game of the season, was tough. It was a tough introduction to A-League football, but from there we've built as a team. I think I've built personally, and yeah, I'm happy with the direction it's going. Just need to build on that even further. I'm not going to rest on my laurels and hopefully get even more goals in the process.
In your comments about Saturday, how important is discipline in a game like Saturday with the tackles flying in and all that?
I think so, yeah. I mean, there potentially might be a little bit of a target on my back being a bigger number 9. There's been a lot made in the media about kind of the physicality that I might bring, so yeah, maybe centre halves are going to look at me as a little bit of a target and try and get one up on me. But yeah, you're right, it's tough. Football's a game of emotion and you've got to kind of be on the edge, but make sure it doesn't spill over the edge, which inevitably it's going to happen once or twice. But most of the boys in this team are professional enough and experienced enough not to let that go over the edge.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't meaning just you. I was meaning for the team to stay calm and not pick up silly yellow cards or that kind of thing, which can change the momentum.
Yeah, definitely. Just to echo that, I think that there's plenty of experience and plenty of professionalism in this team, and emotions do spill over every now and then, but we're more than equipped to deal with that.
Thank you.
All good.
Thanks.
Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks.